Taekwondo, General Choi Hong Hee, one of the older books. Throwing and falling techniques. The emphasis in falling is natural, placed on learning how to fall without getting hurt and recovering as soon as possible. Falling is practiced from a standing, sitting, and lying down position. In both cases, there are certain basic rules that must be followed. Relax the body, fall to the side rather than the flat of the back. The fall should be done with a rolling motion, distributing the weight on the buttocks, side, and shoulder. Absorb the shock by striking the ground with the palm of the hand. Tuck the chin. Let me get it. Tuck the chin into the chest to avoid the head striking the mat. Raise the legs. A throwing technique in Taekwondo is only used when you do not wish to seriously injure an opponent, to occasionally counter an opponent's counterattack, or if an opponent is blocked in a way that is impossible for him to utilize any of his attacking tools. As soon as a throwing technique is used, step back to avoid a counterattack motion. Let's see, we have some counters here, a throw here, dodging here, a variation of Osotogari, and looks like a lot of dodging here. Oh, hip throw. What is this? Hip throw. Looks a lot like Funakoshi's throws. Okay, let's see. A kneeling throw. Look at that. Kneeling throw. A kneeling Seiwai Nagi. Kata Garuma from kneeling. Looks like something I saw in something. Looks like something out of Kodokan Goshin Jitsu, but don't quote me. Dealing with people stomping you. Let's see. Kicking from the ground. More self-defense, ground fighting applications. Some theory on dealing with the double leg takedown. Though often exercised, the throwing techniques illustrated below are often and not disadvantageous to the thrower. The defender can attack the thrower's ribs. Let's see, where is that? Yes, if you don't fit in fast enough for Seiwai Nagi, you can get hit in a real confrontation. And you can get kicked if you don't throw hard enough with an ippon throw. You can get elbowed in the back of the head if you're trying to come in for Kata Garuma. That's true. So, let me turn the page. And here are some defenses against an armed opponent. Slash. You're not going to be able to pick this up on this phone. I can see that now. Slash to the head. Dodge to the left, dodge to the right. Let's see, some knife defenses. Some more knife defenses. I'm really doing this. This is for people. I think some people expect some of these. These are common non-skilled, gross motor knife attacks, which we pretty much all will train against. Teach you to create space. Defenses against a rifle. Let me see. Are these the ones I learned in boot camp? Yeah, some defenses against a rifle using your kicks. This one we did at boot camp. This one, we did this one too, I think. Yeah, we did this one too. Against the club? Against the pole? Oh, and nobody, he's not telling you to block the pole with an up block. He's telling you to grab it, if you can grab it, or slip it. There's only one where you could block a pole with a block, and yes, you could do that without hurting yourself because he's not swinging it at you full force. Now, I know a lot of people are going to consider this one impractical because most of us can't jump. Defense against a pistol. Any sparring technique can be directly applied against a pistol. However, one must be realistic. Only at a very close range or when the opponent is pulling the pistol from concealment or sighting the weapon can the defense techniques illustrated on the preceding page be used. A deception or feint is perhaps the defender's best defense, but the defender must be very quick while executing the maneuver. Duh! No kidding. Taekwondo and physical fitness. But I want to get back. This is really what I wanted to get to right here. Was throwing and falling techniques. For people who don't see why Taekwondo and Judo go together. They go right together. A lot of these are just like the 9 throws of Funakoshi. So that's why I'm saying, oh, looks remarkably like things I've seen in Kodokan Goshin Jitsu. This is for, because Taekwondo doesn't have any joint locking in it, right? Right? It's just punching and kicking. If nothing, no suggestions for dealing with any attacks at the legs or the waist, right? None at all. When the lapel, nothing. No joint locking at all, right? No self-defense applications for Taekwondo at all, right? And this is from a form right here. Defense from a front full Nelson hold. This is what some people call the U block. Loosen up the hands, slip out, and kick them. That's the application for, let me see. Probably won't get me in there. Huh? That's that. This, fall down and use your foot. That's an application for that. Assuming you saw me. So, Taekwondo just doesn't have any joint locking in it at all. Any throwing, no groundwork, right? No joint locking, no on its own, right? Nothing to do with grappling at all, right? It's just all kicking. It should just be all this. It's all kicking, right? So like I said in another video, did I say this? No, I was thinking this. I'm going to say it now. If General Choi is the father of Taekwondo and he had a second-degree black belt in Shotokan, I would say you could at least call Funakoshi the grandfather of Taekwondo. And since Funakoshi and Kano were friends, and they exchanged ideas, why wouldn't there be any judo at all in Taekwondo? So if you're in Taekwondo and you want to know what you should do to round out your throwing and grappling, take judo.